Yes.
What?
Hmm? Hmm?
I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell.
Huh?
Phew.
Hmm?
Good. Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alvin.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
That was quite the little... adventure we went on.
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. We're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Agreed. Start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
What?
What's that noise?
Helfing, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dahna.
Not just into Dahna, but our own resistance, too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dahna is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the two of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Xion? Xion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelegion.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganath Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dahna, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
I bet the whole of Dahna's losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on, we don't have much time.
Where are these Foreland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
You guys want to rest here?
armored soldiers.
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free.
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Illuminate the door!
Dragon
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that.
Dragon Swarm!
Burn up!
Mega Ray!
Mine! Rising River! Soaring Light Spear! You're finished! Soaring Light Spear! Take this!
Look sharp!
Here I come!
Idiot! Pistol! Where are you going?
Vacuum Blade!
Going in!
Here's a healing arc!
Here's
Here's evil! Waterfall! Brave Blade! The waters of creation! Magic and hold on to your heart! Here I come!
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line!
No sooner said than done.
Illuminate
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
Healing circle! Lightning!
Tiger Blade! I'll take you all on. Ha! Slayer Demolitor! Flaming Meteor! Thanks, Shield. Trying to come over?
Now!
Here,
Redwell!
help.
Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory! Naturally!
All mine! Rising River! Soaring Light Spear! Stardust!
Dance in the wind!
Take this!
Feel now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Back into the fray! Like astral energy! It's just
Rising Wyvern!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. That took more energy than I expected.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Dahnan master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Dahnan master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Dahnan techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
Rising Wyvern! Soaring Light Spear!
In a bind?
You're mine! There!
Shining supernova! Are those arms even natural?
Rising Wyvern!
Illuminate the
Soaring
dark!
Light!
Come forth! Holy
Not today!
Prepare to be seen,
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Didn't even break a sweat.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Del Faris. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
Seriously? Is this a
Illuminate the dark! Take this one! I'm only getting started! Mega Ray!
Do you require
That statue-wielding art? Now it's in everything!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Now!
Can you take care of them?
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Dance in the wind! Going in! Feel!
You really don't need my help, huh?
I'll bring
Who else will cook and clean for me?
Damn it. I should get my trap shot.
Haven't got you more defense. Defense via threat elimination.
This could... be useful.
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers we encountered might have known about it and chosen to hide out here.
But with the entrance collapsed and exposed, they must have been forced to come out of hiding.
Out of our way!
Denied!
They're surrounding us! Here! Dance in the wind!
Try harder!
They may look cute and stuff, but they're
Not today!
In a bind? Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
I'm not done!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! We managed to turn the tide!
For now, but things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert. Here goes! Freeze! Round and pound!
Pain. Great.
Field now!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
Not a
This
chance!
one's mine!
Vacuum blade!
Dance in the wind!
I thought you more defensively minded.
Defense via threat
You
elimination.
need to be the best defense.
Is every shield you own that big?
Here, you want to try holding it?
Ugh. How do you even walk with this thing?
I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out, like our old weapons we're not using anymore. They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure filled with memories.
Hold on to your
Dispose of
art.
the trash.
Here I come!
You're mine! Dragon Swarm! There!
Radiant look here!
I can scatter any steel! Make it rain!
Try this!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Come one, come all!
One more!
We got flyers!
I'm done! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Great!
You're mine! Rising Weapon! Rising Phoenix!
Double him! This one's got your name on it!
To action!
Dance in the wind! Going in!
I owe you one!
Going in!
Rising!
If it's in the sky,
This one's
you're
mine!
mine! Supernova!
Dragon Swarm!
Meteor!
Do it! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnant...
I've got a really bad feeling about this. This one's mine.
You're mine! Rising Weapon!
Mega ray!
Vacuum Blade! Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal!
I'm
I don't
only
feel
getting
so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the fun. No way.
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight! Take this! Rising
And Just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Fight better at a distance. That's my cue. The further away, the better. You and I both. I never miss.
You're mine! It's over! Try this!
Magna Ray! Field!
My turn!
More for the stockpile!
Sometimes I wonder where you come up with those moves.
I could say the same to you.
Good thing we're on the same side, huh?
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
What's this thing?
Here you go!
First aid!
No further!
Here I go!
Here I come!
Only getting close!
Dragon Swarm! Damn it! You picked the wrong fight!
Not on my watch!
Going in. Far enough. Armor won't save you.
Damn it!
Make it right! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Hear me!
Now!
Hurry!
Right?
Do you require help?
Take it!
Thank goodness we won!
Seriously? Is this a joke?
This one's all mine!
Go kill him! Come
Vacuum blade!
The wind will save you from me! Glacial Spear!
Here I come!
This one's mine!
You're finished!
Take that!
Vacuum blade!
Lightning
We
to
did
them!
it!
And again!
Take this!
Thunder!
Burn in hell!
Illuminate the
This one's here.
Holy help! Holy help! Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Glacial Spear.
No.
Do it. Hurricane Slice.
Thunderblast!
Don't get careless.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegis?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renis Alma, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
No, Halim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegis may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cislodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell, are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it. Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegis along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dahna they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dahna, they're shooting it back down to Dahna as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelegion.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the two of them have in common is that they're both Renans.
Okay, you two. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
Gotta break through!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Going in! Go get it, Blaster! Hard malevolent! Going in!
Throwing light spear!
Reload! Glacial Spear!
Pesky
No more
airborne
Miss
scoundrels!
Nice Girl! Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Dragon Swarm! Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Holy Glimmer! Holy Hammer Circle! Leave the enemy's arcs to me!
You're mine!
Milk place here!
Dragon Swarm! Try this!
Do it! What would we ever do with that? This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here, let me help!
Vacuum Blade!
First aid!
Okay,
Illuminate the guard! Come
Vacuum
down!
Blade!
Charge! Holy Flame!
Down!
On guard! Do
Vacuum
it!
Blade!
Everybody okay? Hey,
We're all right, Alphen.
I won't forgive you!
Can't get out of this!
Steering
Dragon
flame!
Sword!
Fire!
Try this!
Hear me! Flame of lightning!
Explosive ring!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Go no further!
Here I come!
First aid! This world! Here, let me help!
There!
Look sharp! First aid!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix! Lewis
Illuminate the
Dragon Swarm!
Glacial
There!
Tiger! Here I go! Holy Do it! Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
A comfortable win.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Arctic waterfall!
Ignite!
Dance in the wind! This one's mine! Look sharp! Freak now! I'll be ready! Glacial spear! Do it!
Dragon Swarm!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot.
Natural energy!
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
Whoa! Hey! When did it go? I'm out of ammo! I'm all out of ammo! Mega ray! Now! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
Law.
Yeah, getting close.
That's far enough!
Not in your dreams!
Far enough!
This one's all mine.
Searing flame! Reload!
There!
Mega ray!
Going in!
Mega ray! Tiger blade! Annihilation!
We got fire.
I've got this!
Rinwell!
It's nothing, Gwendolyn. I'm alright. Get toasty!
Burn strike!
I'll heal you all!
Now!
Dance in the wind! In here! Going in!
The enemy wields art too.
We'll soon see about that! Going in! Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Now! Redwell! Astral energy! Full throttle! I've never seen so many bullseyes!
I couldn't have done it without you. That enemy looks strong. This won't be easy.
Don't be such a pessimist! You're really, really strong, Alvin!
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, reassuring to have you around. As impressive as always.
Can you take charge?
Here I hope that isn't true.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Leon actually look good. This one's mine. Now, this is it. I'll be saving this one. Magic is in.
Look sharp!
Vacuum
In
blade!
here.
There!
Radiant
Ignite!
Illuminate the sun.
Vacuum blade!
I'm out of ammo. I'm all set more time. Annihilation.
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu. Out of my way!
Don't mind if I do.
Denied!
You're mine! It's over!
Look sharp. Illuminate the dark.
Vacuum blade!
Holy wind.
You're feistier than you look. Can't change the future without getting your hands dirty.
Dramatic. That's fair.
Wind lightning condemned. Thunder blade. Illuminate the... Come forth, holy glimmer.
Over. So soon?
Little help. There. And again.
Can't get out of this!
Only getting good. Let the marksman handle this. Holy land. There.
This one's mine! Don't worry, I've got plenty to go around.
Land of fury. Burning.
You're mine! Vacuum blade! The flame
one's
inside me
mine.
yearns to be let free!
Leave the charges to me!
Do it.
Going! In an instant! Impact block!
Lightning condemned.
Not a chance!
And again. Thunder
Roar!
Annihilation. With this, I can become even stronger.
Hey, new equipment!
We made it to Cislodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Finally.
What is it?
I found an ingredient for that new recipe. Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Rinwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back. As soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Heros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cislodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah. Now we can focus on finding a ship.
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it. Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Harrows should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. A knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Harrows would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legil, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.
It's... freezing.
It's always like this in... Slodia.
Menancia was most fortunate, I see.
I think it's safe to rest here now.